There we go. Okay. Alrighty. In 3, 2, 1. It's not that serious. Okay, let's start the live show. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Test, 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 test. Oh, forgot this. Testing, 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 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Test, 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 test. Okay. All right. In 3, 2. Oh, hey everybody. Okay, let's get started. I'm just gonna do a formal introduction for the pre-recorded version that will be uploaded later on the channel. Okay. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, I'm Jacob Castro, and welcome to the live show here on Jacob's Aquarium. Hope you guys are doing good, and I hope your tanks are doing good as well. I wanted to start this live stream by first saying hello to everybody in the chat room. Hi guys, hope you guys are doing good. Hello Fernando, Anthony, Amanda's Discus, Gav May, everybody. Hey everybody in the chat, hope you guys are doing good. So I wanted to start this live stream off by, like I said, saying hi to everybody. But also talking a little bit about this thing right here, the GoPro Hero 5 Black. So as most of you guys have probably already seen, I uploaded a video yesterday that I filmed with this GoPro in Gigapond, the pond at my nursery. Of course, filmed underwater and stuff, and video turned out really great. I mean, a lot of you guys really liked it. It was really cool to see the pond from a different point of view, you know. So yeah, it was a really great video, and I really like the GoPro, but I am returning it. I'm not going to keep it. Here's why, okay? So this is a great camera. It shoots 4K, 30 frames per second. You can film underwater with it. The video quality is really great. However, it's lacking a lot of things that I really need, or that I really want to implement with the videos that I film with this camera. So the biggest, most important thing is it does not have optical image stabilization. Now, for those of you out there that have no idea what that is, so there's a difference between electronic and optical image stabilization. Most cameras actually nowadays have optical image stabilization, and it's actually where the lens of the camera will physically move with the mechanisms and little motors that are inside the camera to compensate for the shakiness whenever you're using the camera to film. So the video is really smooth, you know, no matter how shaky you know, the camera is. But this GoPro only has electronic image stabilization. So what it actually does is it's a software-based image stabilization. So it actually digitally stabilizes the video, and since it's doing that, you know, through software in the camera, it's not even close to as good as optical image stabilization. So you still you still notice a lot of shakiness with the videos that come from this, and it doesn't really look too great. Now, the other thing that is really important to me is sound quality. Obviously, this is an action camera. You typically don't rely on the sound coming from this, you know, but it would be nice if the sound quality was good enough so that I could use this as like a vlogging camera, or, you know, something, you know, within my arsenal of, you know, regular cameras that I use to film my videos, like my Canon 70D here. But there's no way that the audio quality is even good enough to you know, implement a video from this GoPro in one of my normal videos, because the audio quality is really low. It's really muddy. It does not sound good at all. So okay, Dave Ford Falzone says, talk about fish, not cameras. I'm talking about this GoPro because I just bought this GoPro specifically to film videos for this channel, so that's why I'm talking about it. If you don't like it, you can leave. Okay, so bye. So anyways, like I was saying, the audio quality is not good coming from this GoPro. It's really low, it's really muddy, so I can't really use it to, you know, just for like normal, you know, videos. So I I'm choosing to return it and instead get the Sony Action camera. The Sony Action camera is really, really great. Records supreme audio quality, much better than the GoPro. The video quality is actually a little bit better as well. The colors from the Sony are really, really great. If you look up, some reviews about that camera on YouTube, you'll see that it has the video quality, the sound quality, everything is just so much better, and it's the same price. And you can film underwater with the Sony Action camera, so it has underwater housing and everything. So it's pretty much the same camera, just a little bit better. So now that I discovered that camera, and I figured you guys would appreciate, the differences between this one and the Sony Action camera, being that it has better audio quality, better image stabilization, which are all things that are very important with the YouTube videos that I make, or videos in general. I mean, I know you guys appreciate good video quality. I do too. So that's why, if you notice on my channel, I've maintained a certain, quality within the content that I produce. So this GoPro does not, unfortunately, suit the type of quality that I'm going after on my channel. I still think it's a great camera though. If you're not too concerned about image stabilization and audio quality, then obviously it's a great camera. But the Sony Action camera is the same price. So, and it's much better. So I would just get the Sony Action camera. And I'm actually kind of fearful for GoPro, because a lot of people are actually saying on the internet, if you read reviews about the GoPro, or the Sony Action camera rather, that camera is actually a GoPro killer, because there's a lot of people switching to the Sony Action camera from the GoPro, as I'm gonna do also. So I really think GoPro got a little too confident, with their fan base. They thought people would still buy this camera, even though it's not really that great, And there's another one out there at the same price point that is much better. So they got a little too confident, I think, and they really have some things to work on with their next camera that they release. So unfortunately, I'll be returning this camera, which means I won't be making any more underwater videos for about a week or so. I ordered the Sony Action camera just yesterday, actually. So it's coming here on Thursday. So that's when I'll film another video for you guys. And that's when you guys can look forward to more underwater footage from Gigapond at my nursery. So unfortunately, I got to say goodbye to the GoPro, but we'll say hello to the Sony Action camera pretty soon. And we'll be using that from here on out to film underwater videos in the pond, and maybe some other videos as well. So I still think it's a great camera though, if you guys are looking for an action camera, just not for me. Okay, so we'll put that away. And all right, now that we got over that, let's go ahead and answer some questions. I just wanted to talk really briefly about that, just to explain, in the future, in case people are wondering, like, hey, where's your GoPro? What'd you do with it? That's what happened. So, okay. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. What is all that? What is all these? Okay, you obviously want to get blocked, don't you? Yes, you do. Bye-bye. If you're going to spam the chat room, you're going to get blocked. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. So, hey, everybody in the chat. Hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for coming back and watching the live stream here on Jacob's Aquarium. Bub Zach says, ship to Hawaii. I wish I could ship to Hawaii. I unfortunately can't. There's a lot of restrictions shipping aquatic plants into Hawaii. They're really strict on what they accept into the state, because Hawaii is an island. It's full of a lot of jungle and type environment, whatever you call it, and releasing any type of aquatic plant in there could possibly cause some damage to the ecosystem if it's an invasive plant, something that grows really quickly and can take over. So Hawaii is actually really strict about the aquatic plants that they accept, and also the fish that they accept into the country. That's why if you talk to people that live in Hawaii, they'll tell you that there's really not too many tropical fish stores in Hawaii that sell plants, or a pretty good selection of fish, because it's an island and they're really strict on stuff like that. So unfortunately, I, I don't ship to Hawaii. I did, but I just had way too many problems. Packages were being rejected. Customers were getting pissed off, thinking that it's my fault, and it's not. It was their regulations. And even though sometimes I would make sure before I ship packages to Hawaii that everything was fine, and I talked to the Department of Agriculture and everything, I would still have problems with them. So I simply said, after having so many issues, just no, no more Hawaii. I can't ship there. Same thing with Alaska. I will not ship to Alaska. There were people that ordered plants from me that lived in Alaska and had them delivered while they were at work, and the package was left on their doorstep or in their mailbox when it's 30 degrees below zero outside in Canada, or in Alaska. And they in return wanted to blame me for that, and they wanted a refund for those plants. And I'm like, no, that's not happening. I'm not giving you a refund because you left your plants out in negative 30-degree weather. So no Hawaii shipping, no Alaska shipping, no Puerto Rico shipping. I don't ship to other countries. I strictly ship within the continental United States because there's just too many problems with those states like I mentioned. Okay? All right, next question. Do you know any good sites for buying fish and plants that ship to Malta? I have no idea. I really don't. So, did you complain to Petco about that 8 fish rule? So bad they will regret it. Petco actually responded to the video and told me that they wanted to talk to me and personally over the phone. They asked me for my number so that they can talk to me about my bad experience that I had at Petco, which wasn't a bad experience. It was a pretty silly experience. And I replied to their comment on my video, and I told them, that's okay. You guys have seen the video, saw it happen, learn from that, and try to do the best to make sure the employees at your store are educated in the fish hobby so that it doesn't happen to somebody else. It's not really a big deal. I mean, I understand that, but they responded, and that's what I told them. So, yeah, and they wanted to probably give me something in order for me to take down the video or something like a gift card or something. A lot of people were telling me that they've seen situations like that where Petco's responded to videos like that on YouTube, but I don't really want anything. I don't need anything from them. If they want to correct that situation, then they need to focus on the employees that work at their stores. They really do. So. Do you only sell plants? For the time being, yeah. I'm trying to see what I can do about selling fish at the nursery. It's just I don't really have a big customer base for fish. It's really a lot of people come to me just for plants. They don't really come to me for fish. So it'll take a while to get the word out that I have fish available at the nursery. But of course, I can start small and start offering easy to keep fish, that way I'm not investing in anything too expensive that most likely won't sell, like discus or whatever. So I will probably do something like that. So been a huge fan of yours, was wondering what happened to your bird. Oh yeah, Connor. I'm actually really upset about that. So I will only talk about that for a second, and I haven't yet talked to or spoken about that on my bird channel, my bird YouTube channel yet, because I just have a hard time talking about it. I actually had to give Connor away to somebody else because ever since first I should say, for those of you that have no idea, I had a bird, a conure, and he was like a really, really sweet bird, really cute. And I had a whole YouTube channel dedicated to him, and I made tons of videos. If you go to the front page of my YouTube channel, Jacob's Aquarium, you'll be able to find a link to that channel so you can watch all those videos if you want. But yeah, I had a whole channel about Connor, but the thing was that ever since I started the nursery, and I wasn't working from home anymore, I really didn't have a lot of time to spend with him. And I felt bad because, parrots are the type of animals that require a lot of attention and a lot of care. And if you can't give that to them, if you have a really busy life, they become very, I don't know what how to describe it, but they're not happy, being stuck in a cage all day and, not being able to come out often. When I was working from home, just doing my website, I didn't have the nursery yet. I would have tons of free time, and I would have Connor out on my shoulder like pretty much all day when I was working, on the computer and stuff. But when I started the nursery, I just became so busy. It's pretty much like a regular job where I'm gone all day, 6 days a week. So I have no time to spend with him or to give him the attention that he requires. So I chose to give him away to somebody that I thought would give him a better life. Unfortunately, she told me that something happened to her where she could no longer care for Connor, so she gave him away to somebody else. So I'm hoping that somebody else that she gave him away to is a good person that's going to give him all the love and attention that he requires, as I would have. And, I just hope he's okay. But yeah, so I don't have him anymore. I really won't continue making videos on that channel anymore because the channel was all about birds. And since I don't own a bird anymore, there's really no videos to make. So that's what happened to Connor, for those of you guys, or for the person that asked me. So, um, what's the best fish food in your opinion for freshwater tropical fish? I really don't have a favorite fish food. I've used the same fish food for years, ever since I was a kid. I use the Tetra fish flakes, and when they came out with Tetra Color, I started using that, and that's all I fed my fish whenever I've had fish, ever since, So I've used the same flake food for years. I will say though, however, when I had a Tiger Oscar, this was about, I think this was when I was 16. I had a Tiger Oscar tank. I would feed him earthworms. I would feed him uh, cichlid pellets, and also occasionally some feeder fish. But other than that, I pretty much just had small fish throughout, the time I've been in the hobby. So I fed Tetra flake food you know, for the longest time, ever since I first started, pretty much. So I know there's lots of other foods out there that are really great, but I just use Tetracolor. So, is there an algae that grows with lights out? I'm not too sure about that. Not too sure. What's your favorite fish and plant? My favorite fish is the Asian arowana, and my favorite plant would have to be. That's a really tough one, because there are so many. There's so many beautiful plants out there. So many beautiful plants that I actually own right now in my pond. Not for long though, because people buy them all the time. Um, my most favorite plant. That is a tough one. I would have to say probably either. Um, I I would say like my number one favorite plant's probably flame moss, just because when you grow it, it just grows in such a unique way compared to other moss plants. And if you tie it to driftwood, you can make like an underwater tree, aquascape. But man, that's a tough one. I'm trying to think right now. I really can't. Yeah, there's so many, but if I had to narrow it down, it'd probably be flame moss. Yeah, flame moss for sure. How do you balance your tank? Are you referring to balance as the amount of good nutrients or nutrients coming in and being consumed going out, or to prevent algae? What are you talking about? What's wrong with your beta? Is it sick? I don't own a beta fish. How did you do your greenhouse slash giga pond? I really want to make one at home. It was a lot of work. It's there's too many steps, too many things involved to, talk about that really quickly. Do I have a heater? Yes. There are three 300-watt Eheim heaters on the pond, and it keeps the pond at a very, very constant 75 degrees. Fernando Rios, still have a girlfriend, Jacob? No, I don't. And I'm so glad that I don't. Women cause headaches. So no thanks. Jacob, do you play Minecraft? No, I don't. I do play Battlefield though on my computer. So how do you dose and provide CO2 in your pond? I have a 20-pound CO2 tank that is that has a line running from the regulator directly into my return pump from my filter system. So that really mixes the CO2 really well with the water and really um, helps it diffuse 100% into the pond. So any tips on green ocelot? Yeah, green ocelot is a sword plant. Echinodorus ocelot red is the scientific name, I believe. I know sword plants are really heavy root feeders, so if you can provide that plant with a really nice nutrient-rich substrate, that's very important. So I would say make sure, or a quick tip for that plant would be to grow it in some nutrient-rich substrate. So Jacob, what do you plan to put in your pond next? More fish, probably some more red-eye tetras, some neon tetras. A lot of people want me to get Cory cats, a school of those for the pond, so I'll definitely probably do that. I will also be buying those fish from the Reef, my favorite fish store in Anaheim, California, because they'll sell me more than 8 fish. So I'll probably make a video when I'm there as well. So, do you have any problems with wild animals at your nursery when it comes to fish? Not yet, thank God. Um, I don't have any problems with fish or with animals eating the fish in my pond. I pretty much have the greenhouse sealed up so nothing can get in it when I'm not there. However, I do have a trash can that's outside of the greenhouse that I use just for, trash. Well, obviously, it's a trash can. And if I ever put anything in there that has any scent of food on it, the either coyotes or raccoons will get to it, and when I come to work in the morning, there is trash everywhere. So I always try to make sure that whatever I throw away is not, it doesn't have any food on it or any scent of food. And if I do have to throw something away like that, I throw it in the dumpster that's on the property. Because damn, those coyotes or those raccoons, they made a mess one time. It was so bad. There was trash everywhere, and I'm like, oh jeez, never doing that again. So yeah, there's coyotes and all types of animals out there because it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere pretty much. It's not really in the city, so a lot of animals. What's my opinion on Donald Trump? I'm not going to talk politics. No thanks. It's, you pretty much do not want to talk about religion, politics. Um, there's one other thing. Religion, politics. Help me help me out, guys here. Um, religion, politics. There's one other thing you're not supposed to talk about, but I don't talk about those things on the stream because I don't want to start a nuclear war. Because everybody has their own opinions when it comes to stuff like this, and not necessarily do we all agree. So, what's the next big thing for the nursery? Um, well, since when spring comes around, I'm gonna really focus heavily on stocking a lot of regular potted plants at the nursery, a lot of plumerias. In regards to aquatic plants, I want to build another pond or possibly tear down the pond I have now and build a much bigger one. But I'm still not sure about that because I'm trying to, look at everything that I do from a, business perspective. Like if I do invest some money to build a bigger pond or build another one, Is it going to pay off? Is it worth the investment? So I'm not too sure about all that yet, but I have a lot of plans for the nursery, definitely, because I have so much space to do whatever I want. So I can do whatever I want. So yeah, I have so many plans. So I was wondering in I was wondering, okay, wait, what? Is it possible to snorkel in the pond? No. Thoughts on tissue culture? Yeah, tissue culture plants. I actually sell those. They're not really too popular on my website though, or popular in general. A lot of people, I've heard a lot of different things about tissue culture plants. One thing I did hear on YouTube from another YouTuber, which I was really confused by, was they said that almost every tissue culture plant that they tried growing melted away in their aquarium just because it's a plant that's grown immersed in those little cups. Um, and I thought that that was really not the best thing to say because that kind of gives everybody the impression that you shouldn't buy tissue culture plants. When I think tissue culture plants are actually great, and I've had success with pretty much all the tissue culture plants I've grown because I've actually grown several in the pond, and I had no problems with them. I took them out of the little cup, put them in the pond, planted them, and they grew. I mean, so I don't know why that was said, but tissue culture plants are great, and I think if you have the right things in your aquarium to grow the tissue culture plant that you want to grow, like if it's a plant that requires CO2 and high light and stuff, if you have that, it should take perfectly fine, to your aquarium. But I really think that tissue culture plants are only for people uh, that have an unlimited budget or people that want to start really small because they are very, very expensive compared to a normal plant. Like a bundle of Ludwigia on my website costs $3. And you get 5 stems, and the stems that I ship are pretty big. They're around 9, 10 inches long. So it's a nice healthy bundle of Ludwigia. But when you buy a tissue culture plant, they're some of them are like $11, and it's a cup this big, and the plant that's inside is like this little clump that's like this big. It's going to take a while before that plant is even remotely the size of the normal aquarium plant that you can buy for far cheaper. So I really think they're for people that don't really have a budget or have really an unlimited disposable income. Because if you're gonna set up like say a 50-gallon tank and use strictly tissue culture plants, you're looking at spending probably $500 to $600, probably more, on tissue culture plants for that tank. If you're gonna start it full of plants, I mean, you could start a tank, with just a few plants, but it's not really how you should do it because you can have a lot of algae problems because there's not a lot of plants in there consuming excess nutrients. So if you start with maybe one or two, you could do that and I guess, save money, but they're still expensive. Uh, but the biggest advantage with them is that since they're tissue culture, they're propagated in a lab under sterile conditions. There's no risk of them having any snail or snail eggs on them. There's no risk of them having algae on them or anything or any pests in general. So they're very pure plants, and they're really great if you want to start a tank without worrying about plants having any type of crap on them. But I really don't think it's worth it because I've been I've had planted tanks pretty much my whole life, and I've only used regular plants up until I recently found out about tissue culture plants when Tropica actually started working with me. Tropica in Denmark, they started working with me so I can sell their tissue culture plants here. But I've used pretty much regular plants my entire life, and I have had just as good as success growing them as you would with a tissue culture plant. But they're much cheaper, and you get a much bigger plant. So I mean, I kind of don't really think the benefits are worth the extra cost. I really think that you should just, use regular plants. But like I said, if you have the money, sure, use tissue culture plants. They're good, but they're just really expensive. So, um, yeah, that's my long explanation about that. Yeah, sorry guys. Sometimes I get going and I just don't know when to stop. So stop me, somebody. Zip my mouth shut. Hmm? I just spilled my water. Lovely. No, I spilled it on my area, so it looks like I had an accident. Lovely. It's a good thing I'm wearing black pants. What plants do you recommend for a sand substrate? Um, mm, Sand substrate, Anubias, Liguigia, um, Java fern. It doesn't require any substrate. Um, you know, you could grow pretty much anything in sand. My whole pond is actually full of silica sand, and it contains no nutrients at all. And I have every type of plant growing in there that you could imagine. I have really, really demanding plants like dwarf baby tears growing in there. I have Liguigia growing in there. Tons of pretty much everything I sell is growing in the pond, and it all grows really, really great. So, but the reason why it grows great is because I use CO2 nutrients. The pond gets a lot of light, so high light. So you could grow pretty much any plant in sand as long as you're compensating for the loss of nutrients in the substrate. So if you can give the plants, nutrients in another form, they should do perfectly fine. So, Jacob, I was wondering, is a 600-gallon outdoor pond big enough? Big enough for what? Tissue cultures are a lot cheaper in Europe. I bet they are. Yeah, because I mean, Tropica is in Denmark, so you know, I wouldn't see why not. Why wouldn't they be cheaper? You're getting them, much closer to the source, so they don't have to worry about compensating for shipping and all the stuff they have to go through to get them over here. So, how many times? No sound? Yes, there's sound. What are you talking about? Oh boy, let me check the live stream to make sure there's sound. Somebody says there's no sound. Yes, there's sound. What are you talking about? Okay, I just checked, so there's sound. Something is wrong on your end for sure. How many times should I boil my driftwood to get all the tannins out? That's a tough one. I've actually used driftwood in my tanks before, and I've boiled the driftwood for a long time that I used, and still I could not get all the tannins out. The water in my tanks that I use the driftwood in would always still be a tint brown. So I wouldn't say you can get all the tannins out, but you can probably get most of it out. But you probably can still expect a little bit of a brown tint to your aquarium. So there's probably other ways you can get the tannins out of driftwood that I don't know about. So I'm sure people will recommend stuff in the chat. Why are people so anti-tannins? They're great for the water. I've never minded it. Yeah, when you have driftwood in a planted tank and it releases tannins, it actually does add a natural look to the aquarium. I don't know about them being beneficial though. I don't know what is beneficial about tannins in your water. Um, but I assume people just don't like it, or some people don't like it because they want crystal clear water and to be able to see their plants. They don't really care for the natural look, so maybe that's why. Jacob, what do you plan to put in your pond next? Well, more fish probably. Is it just the color or the pH impact? I have no idea. What other types of fish are you thinking to add to your pond? Well, a lot of people have been recommending cory cats, so I'll probably do those. I want to add a school of neon tetras, probably, probably some more rainbow fish. No more Grammys though. I have so many Grammys in there right now. Maybe some more red eye tetras too. Those fish are so beautiful. Um, yeah, they're really cool. So probably some more of those. I've read that it helps bring down pH. Oh, tannins help bring down pH. Okay, well there you go. At Jacob, just received my first small order from you. Impressed by the quality. Everything is already showing new growth after just a few days. Keep doing you. I've learned a lot from your vids. Thank you very much, Forrest, for your order. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the good review. Really appreciate that. Uh, have I ever gone filterless? No, never. I've always had filters on all my aquariums. Go for quarries that will keep things off the substrate. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, for sure. Do you still have ranchos? No, I haven't had ranchos for the longest time. Price of shipping to the UK? I don't ship to other countries. I only ship within the United States. Sir, why do you not put koi in your pond? Because they would eat every single plant in there and cause a complete disaster for the pond. You definitely don't want to put goldfish or koi in a pond full of delicate aquatic plants. No way. What is your favorite type of Vallisneria? I would say contortion val, just because the way it grows, the leaves kind of curl, they kind of spiral. I love that. I think it looks really nice. Um, what about a pleco in the pond? Yeah, not a good idea. Not a good idea to have a pleco in there. All right, I need a piece of gum. I'm chewing my Nicorette gum. Yep, instead of smoking every 15 minutes like I was. Oh, I don't have a half piece. Instead of having a cigarette every like 15 minutes, I instead chew a piece of gum now. And I'm hoping that I can stick with this program because I really hated smoking. And I only do a half a piece too because these are really strong. 4 milligrams of nicotine in this stuff. Crazy. Don't ever smoke, guys, in your entire life. Don't ever touch a cigarette. It is the worst addiction ever, and it's so horrible for you, and it's so hard to quit. I've tried so many times. Thankfully, this gum is working for me, so. What a boss, Jacob. I never would have guessed that you smoke. Yeah, I was a big time smoker too. I could go through a pack, sometimes a pack and a half a day if I was drinking with my friends. I would just be smoking all night, so probably 2 packs. um, have I considered vaping? Yeah, I vaped for about a year, but I got sick and tired of it because the little device thing irritated the hell out of me, trying to fill it with liquid all the time and change the little cotton filters, and sometimes it would spill and all it was too much work. And then also, like, it was pretty much the same thing as smoking, like the same sensation, because you inhale the vape and you blow it out. So that just made me miss a regular cigarette. So whenever I would be drinking and be a little, little tipsy, I wouldn't be thinking correctly, and I'd be like, give me a cigarette. So then I'd smoke again. So I always ended up going back to smoking, which I've heard that's pretty common for people that vape. A lot of my friends that switch from smoking to vaping, they all now smoke cigarettes again. None of them stuck with the vaping thing. So, um, I really wish I could smoke the rest of my life and nothing happened to me because I loved smoking. It was one of the, things I enjoyed doing. But it's bad for you and it'll give you cancer and kill you at a young age. So I want to be around to enjoy, you know, all this, YouTube, talking to you guys on here. So I put the cigarettes away and traded them for the gum instead. I also went back from vaping to cigs. I like that they didn't break or didn't leak. Yeah, the little vaping device thing I had that would leak all the time and it irritate the hell out of me. I hate it. Jacob, do you love vodka? I love liquor. Yes, I do. Yeah, I actually just got into cognac. I really really like cognac now. Um, I bought this one at the grocery store near my house called Crevassier, and it's a really really great cognac. And if you mix it with Pepsi or Coke or even Diet Coke, it's so good. And it's so like pure and refined, so that it's not like the cheaper liquor like vodka, like the cheaper stuff that gives you a major headache the next day or a major hangover. This stuff I've been drinking it pretty much every weekend, and not a lot, but a good amount. And I haven't never got a hangover from it. I've never got a headache from it, so it's really really good. So, do I smoke marijuana? Occasionally, but I'm not a pothead. I definitely don't like weed that much. So, what is your website? My website is jacobsaquarium.com. Okay, you want to get blocked too. Bye bye. Enough with the spam. Um, this doesn't let you post your. Oh, okay. Well, here, let me get the URL. It is Jacob's Aquarium. Jacob's Aquarium. And there it is. There's my ugly mug on the front page. Okay, I've just posted the link right now, so there you go. That's the link to my website. And if you want plants, I would say buy them now because my phone's been going off like crazy, alerting me to all the new orders I've been getting, and I'm almost sold out of a lot of stuff. So my next shipment that I'm getting is, I believe, on Friday, so that's when I'll be able to restock the website. But for now, a lot of stuff is selling really quickly, so it's just like this time of the year when it gets, towards the colder times of the year and people are inside more. Um, they tend to do more with their tanks, because they're not outside like, during the summer, people are on vacation and stuff. So everybody is rescaping their tanks or doing new aquariums because they're bored of being inside, because it's either snowing outside in some parts or the weather is just not good enough to go outside. So people spend a lot of time inside. So this time of the year is actually really, really busy for any aquatic plant retailers. So I'm sure all of us are seeing an increase in business. But this is how it's been every year. During the summertime, I'm busy, you know, getting orders and stuff, but it's not like it is during the wintertime. During the wintertime, it's like, it's crazy. And I don't know how I keep up. So. You blocked the guy that was trying to put your site link up? No, I blocked a guy that was advertising saying to check out his channel and stuff. And he said, why is this live stream in my recommended list? Why am I watching this? Why are you saying that? That's why I blocked him. He was saying weird stuff. Any advice on setting up an automatic dosing for CO2? How do you do it? Well, you put the CO2, or first you want to get a regulator that has a solenoid so that you can control the output of CO2. And what I mean by controlling it is turning it off and on. And you usually do that using a timer. So I have a CO2 regulator that has a solenoid on it, and the solenoid's plugged into a timer, so it'll turn the CO2 on 2 hours before it gets light, or before the pond gets light, and then it'll go off 2 hours before it gets dark. So if you want to control your CO2, you just use a CO2 regulator that has a solenoid and plug that solenoid into a timer and set the timer for the time you want to dose CO2. CO2 is not recommended unless the tank is heavily planted or is just going to grow algae. That's not true. I have to disagree with you on that. Here we go. Here's another one that I need to block. Bye bye. Oh crap. I lost that one. Wait, what did that guy say? Oh, okay. CO2 is not recommended unless your tank is heavily planted. No. I've had CO2 injected on aquariums that have, 2 or 3 plants in it, and I just turn down the CO2 a lot so it doesn't inject a lot. It's injecting very little. No matter how many plants you have in your tank, guys, CO2 is beneficial, and your plants will benefit great from it, and they'll grow a lot faster. So, Jacob is a savage going after all the spammers. Well, I have to be. I don't have any moderators, so I have to do all this myself. So, will you do any YouTube collabs? Most likely not. No. I would love to. Well, shouldn't say I would love to, but I think it's a great idea to work with other YouTubers. But for the most part, yeah, no thanks. Yeah, no. What kind of watch do you wear? This is a Rolex Submariner. I'm just kidding. It's not a Rolex. No, it's actually a Belova. They call it the Marine Star. Here, there's a close up of it. Yeah. This actually was sitting next to a Rolex in the at the jewelry store that I bought this watch at, and it looks similar to a Rolex actually, kind of similar in price too. But I bought it because it was cheaper. The Rolex was like $3,000, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna spend that much on something that's going on my wrist that I'm gonna stare at and like, oh, there's $3,000. Look at my $3,000 watch. And that's not me. No thanks. But yeah, it's a Belova. It's not a Rolex. I was just kidding. What do you recommend to help plants that are pale and slow growing? More nutrients, more light. That's all I can recommend, pretty much. It's really hard to recommend things for issues within a planted tank because it's like I don't know every single parameter of your aquarium. So whenever people ask me like, "Hey, my plants are dying. Tell me why they're dying, or help me," I'm like, I, I, I don't know. Help me out here. Like I don't know anything about your tank. How can I tell you why they're dying? So. Jacob, what ferts do you recommend for a newly planted tank using EcoComplete and CO2? Check out the fertilizers from Greenleaf Aquariums. Oh, did the stream skip a little bit? I think it did. Okay. We had a little bit of a glitch right now, but we're back. Oh, yeah, I can see it on the preview. There it is. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Okay, let me get the link for you. I use fertilizers from a company called Greenleaf Aquariums, and you actually have to make the fertilizers yourself because they only sell the ingredients to make the fertilizers. So I'll get you a link. This is the package that I started out with right here. So I'll put the link in the chat, okay? Here we go. There it goes. There's a link. So that's the fertilizers I use. They're really cheap, 25 bucks, really great price. If you compare it to the other little bottles of fertilizer that you can buy at the big box pet stores and stuff, this is much cheaper. And Making your own fertilizers this way with this stuff, it really lasts a lot longer. So it goes a long way. So you can get a lot of, or you can make a lot of fertilizer, and that $25 you're going to spend on this. So uh, that company is not affiliated with me. I'm not promoting their product. I'm just, simply saying what I use to fertilize my pond because somebody asked. And I always have to say stuff like that because people accuse me all the time of being a sellout and saying, "Oh, those people probably paid you to talk about that." Yeah, no. It's like if I take a call on my iPhone, I'm sure somebody will say, oh, "Apple paid you to use an iPhone." Oh my gosh, you're a sellout. It's like what? Okay. So the green leaf fertilizer has yeah, two 500 milliliter bottles. He doesn't ship to other countries. Yeah, sorry, I don't. It's too complicated and too costly, and most people don't want to bother paying the expensive, shipping fees to ship plants to another country. So just bought a couple plants to support your channel. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Would you consider getting fancy goldfish again? Yeah, I love goldfish. It's just I have to find a place to keep them. Because here in my apartment, there's the rule with this apartment complex is you can't have anything over 30 gallons. So I can only have a 30-gallon tank, and you really can't fit too many fancy goldfish in a 30-gallon tank. I would probably feel comfortable just putting one in a 30-gallon tank. So I'll probably build something at the nursery to keep goldfish. Is eBay get good for getting plants? No. No. JacobsAquarium.com is good for buying plants. I'm just kidding. Yeah, there's a lot of places that sell plants on the internet. There's eBay, there's people that sell them from their home on forums and stuff. That's all great and everything, guys, but if you don't support businesses like mine that are constantly introducing new products into the market. Like, for example, if I wasn't in business, the Tropica in Denmark would have had to find another seller to introduce their product into the U.S. market, their tissue culture plants, that is, because I was the first one to offer their products and the first one to really spread the word about them. So that probably would have taken them a lot longer to find another reputable business to that has a YouTube channel to spread their word. So if you don't support the businesses like mine and all the other big online retailers that sell plants, you're kind of hurting the hobby a little bit, because a lot of the businesses like mine are really responsible for further growing the hobby. So it's great that you can buy stuff from people on eBay, people on forums and stuff, but those people aren't, the people that are, really keeping the industry alive. Yeah. So I just recommend you support your local fish shops, especially your local fish shops, because, for example, the one that I shop at, the Reef in Anaheim, they've been there for, oh my gosh, like 30, 40 years, So they've done a lot for the, fish keeping community, in that area. Without them, I mean, you can just imagine how many less people would be in the hobby. So I really recommend that you support your local fish shops, because they're really the driving force behind the industry, and especially your online retailers like me, because we're the ones that keep this industry growing. Without businesses like us, you wouldn't have a place to go to choose from 100 different plants to buy, or fish, or all kinds of stuff. So support your local business. You're a beast, dude. Did you study business? I'm a beast. I have no college degree. I have no experience in business. I pretty much just had a passion for something and went with it, and I ended up here. um, I actually did try to go to college, but I got sick and tired of it. I took an English class because that was the only one I could get because everything else was full at the time. And I went to college for 3 months, which was how long the English class was. And I was super pissed off because the college that I went to, because at the time I lived so far away from the city, it was like more than 50 miles away. So it was a 100-mile commute every day for me to go to school, you know? So, and my professor, she knew this, you know, because she would ask me all the time, like, oh, why are you here so early? And I would tell her, well, I have to drive from far away. So I, you know, drove here early to beat all the traffic. So that's why I'm here early. So she already knew this, you know. So, um, a long story short, I took an English class for um, 3 months, which was how long it was, and and I needed a 79 percent to pass the class and then advance into the next, you know, next class. My professor, in her ending note to me, her you know her ending note on my final exam, she told me, "You're a great student. You know, I appreciate you. You know, doing all the hard work to get out here every day. Or well, not every day. I think class was like 3 or 4 times a week." And she said, "But your final grade was a 78, so unfortunately you didn't pass. But you can come back and take it again, no problem." And I couldn't qualify for financial aid because they said my parents make too much money, so I couldn't get any financial aid. So I had to pay for the class myself, which was $300. So I'm just thinking, oh yeah, I can just come back and pay another $300 and, you know, take the class over again. But yeah, that was the whole thing. So I needed a 79 to pass the class, and she gave me a 78. And when I saw that she failed me over 1%, I'm like, okay, so that's how it is. Bye bye, college. I drove out, never came back, started making YouTube videos, eventually got hired at a fish store. That job sucked. I then started my business and then most recently opened my nursery, and now I'm here. I I hated college. And I'm so glad I never went back. Biggest myth in your opinion in the Planet Tank world? The biggest myth. The biggest myth. Let's see. What would that be? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think about that one. That's a tough one. Um. Okay, somebody actually brought up a good one. The inch per gallon rule. That's the biggest myth, I think. Break it, make it better. I love your username, by the way. That is actually a really, really good. Okay, I'm getting lost here. That was a good thing to say because that is one of the biggest myths in the aquarium hobby in general. You know, I remember people recommending that to me when I first started out in the hobby that, oh yeah, you can have as many fish as you like as long as you know, the fish, you know, it's a 1 inch per gallon, you know, as big as the fish is, make sure that corresponds with the amount of gallons you have per inch, you know, and I'm like, yeah, so that's a big myth for sure. Am I going to set up an aquarium in the house? You know, I really want to, and I was going to, but I just spent $400 on the Sony action camera. So I'm kind of at my limit with, you know, what I can freely spend this month. I got car payments and bills to pay, so I'll probably wait till next month to do something like that. But yeah, definitely I want to set up a tank here because I think that'd be really fun. So Steve Salcida, are you looking to get blocked too? Yeah, yeah. My mom, she bought me this microphone. You're right. Okay, here we go. Bye bye. Have fun. Oh Lord, these people. Yeah, she bought me. My mommy bought me this. My mommy bought me this camera. My mom bought me this watch. She bought me this phone. She bought me these two computer monitors, these two lights, this camera, my computer. Yeah, I didn't pay for anything. No, nothing. Ay, Dios mío, híjole. It's freaking ridiculous. I just realized I spoke a little Spanish there. Sorry about that. Yeah, just kidding. No, it's I'm half Mexican, so occasionally you hear me talk a little Spanish, a little Spanish. Sugar mama. Yeah, yeah, no, no, nah, no sugar mama. I'm not that desperate. Are you a Hindu? I see Lord Ganesha on your desk. I prefer not to talk about religion on my live stream. Sorry. Will you consider selling koi fingerlings at your nursery? Yeah, that's a good idea. I definitely love to do that. I have plenty of space for it, so sure. What? What are you saying? Oh my god. Okay. I don't know what to make of that. You sell plumeria? Yes, I do. Yes, yes, yes. Let me move this monitor. It's too far away. Oh, nope. Move it back. There we go. Let's move this one a little closer too. Every time I do this show, I have to rearrange my whole desk because everything is not good for the camera. Let's see. Oop, nope, it's in the shot. No, get out of the way. Oh my gosh, move. Stupid monitor. There we go. Okay. Oh, my water's in the way. That's why. Duh. Okay. That's out of the way. Now we can move it. There we go. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Move this one too. Okay. Let's see. Do you have a forum? No, I don't. No forum. No, I don't. I don't have a forum. I don't know why I just spoke in a country accent. It's been a long day. Tips on growing baby tears without CO2. Good luck. That's my tip. Good luck. You should get angelfish. Yeah, that would be cool. How do I feel about duckweed? I don't like duckweed. No thanks. Jacob, you should only buy 8 fish at a time. It's true. My PetSmart employee told me so. Yeah, I know. Stay hydrated. Yes, absolutely. Drink water. Stay hydrated. It's good for you. Agua is good for you. Very good for you. I'm going to make a song about duckweed. Yeah, let's see. What kind of song will we come up with about duckweed? Um, Duckweed is so messy, it grows like a weed. It is the herpes of the planet tank world. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Jacob, you should get barbs for the pond. Yeah, that'll be cool too. Can you make a video that teach about water parameters? Sure, I'll consider that for sure. Sure, I'll consider that for sure. Is there a dwarf variety of plumeria? Yes, there is. there's a plumeria called Miniature Divine, and it's sold by Jungle Jack's Plumerias, and that's one of the miniature plumerias I know about. So, are you going to add another greenhouse? Most likely not. The greenhouse that I built is really expensive. It costs a lot of money to complete it. So I don't have any money like that to invest again to another one. Not now, at least. So I'm going to start a fish YouTube channel. Any advice? Um, I don't really know. I mean, if you're making videos about fish, just make sure you do your research before you give any advice to anybody. Because when people watch videos on YouTube, most of the time they follow the advice in the YouTube videos that they watch. So you definitely don't want to give somebody the wrong advice and give them a further headache for a problem that they're probably trying to correct in their aquarium, which is why they watch your video. Um, so just make sure you do your research, so you're giving people the correct advice. I'd also recommend that you know, in regards to YouTube videos, that you maintain a certain level of quality within your content. If you can upload in HD or 4K, that would be great. If you can have good audio quality, that would be really good too. Audio is really important with videos. So, and just stay dedicated, you know. Stay dedicated to your channel, and you know, eventually you'll gain a following like I did, and you know, you might even open up your own, you know, website, and then your nursery, you know, your fish nursery, just like I did. So yeah, maybe someday. I like the new haircut. Yeah, I just actually got this haircut today. Um, I actually got a haircut already, but the lady that cut my hair, she just like, sh I don't know what she was thinking, but she left hair like poking out right here, so it looked like I had like wings on my head. Um, I don't know what this lady was thinking, and I told her there's still a lot of hair right here, and she's like, "No, it's okay. I blend the hair. I blend the hair for you. Don't worry, honey. I blend it for you. Don't worry. Okay, I do for you. Don't worry." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm not worried, you know." But she did not blend anything, so I went to Fantastic Sam's today, and I had another lady do it, and she actually cut my hair like I asked, you know. So it looks great. I love it, much better than before. So. Have you been abroad? Where would you go? I've never been to another country. I've always wanted to, though. I've wanted to go to Japan, China, Indonesia. I've wanted to visit pretty much all of Asia because I want to see the Asian arowana in person. I love to see that fish because they're illegal here in the United States, but they're legal in Asia. So I'd love to go all across Asia, except for North Korea. No thanks. That's scary. No thanks. Tips for growing Blixa. Oh, Blixa japonica. Yeah, I, th- from what I've experienced when I've grown that plant before, they really appreciate a lot of nutrients from the substrate they're grown in. So for sure, if you can plant them in a nutrient-rich substrate, that'll be great. And they do like CO2 as well. I have not been able to grow Blixa japonica without CO2, so I'd recommend that. If you can't afford CO2, I would say maybe just buy one Blixa plant and see if you can get it going with, you know, what you're using with your tank. So, um, but yeah, Blixa appreciates nutrients for sure. Are, all arowanas are illegal in the U.S.? No, not all of them. The silver arowana, the Giardini arowana, a lot of Australian arowanas are legal in the United States, but the Asian arowana, for some reason, is the only one that's not, and it'll continue to be illegal unless our government takes them off the endangered species list. So, and unfortunately, fish keepers like me cannot own it, but for some reason, people across the border in Canada can. I don't know what's the difference. Um, So yeah. Doesn't SeaWorld have one? I would imagine they do. SeaWorld has a lot of animals at their park. And speaking of SeaWorld, it was so sad. I heard that their like showpiece uh, orca whale Tilikum passed away recently, and that was really sad because that whale lived its whole life in captivity, and I'm pretty sure it was suffering every day because it wasn't free swimming in the ocean like whales should be. Um, and yeah, he passed away recently. It's sad, but I guess we can say he's finally at peace. Doesn't have to deal with trainers forcing him to perform, and if he doesn't do the right move, he's not going to get fed or something. So yeah, I was really that movie Blackfish. People are talking about it in the chat, but yeah, that movie Blackfish. I watched it several times actually, and that really tugged at my heartstrings because it was sad, seeing these huge creatures in captivity, and learning about the type of environment that they're actually in the wild, and versus what they're in at SeaWorld it's just sad. So, and it's all about the money. It's all about the money. SeaWorld has them because they want people to visit their parks and watch them perform and stuff and pay money to see them. So it's all about money. It's not really about the welfare of the animal. So, but yeah, Tilikum recently passed away. That was kind of sad. Poor thing. So yeah, when's the funeral? I have no idea. I don't even know if they're gonna have a funeral for him. So I made an order and haven't got a ship email yet. Well, we don't ship on any other day besides Mondays and Tuesdays. So if you place an order on another day, then you won't receive any shipping confirmation or anything, unless it was Monday or Tuesday. So if you place an order, say on Friday, it'll ship the following Monday and Tuesday, or Monday or Tuesday. So that's when you can expect to receive a shipping confirmation. In your opinion, how well will low light plants do in full filter sand? I'd hate to switch out the substrate. Um, you know, I'd have to probably, if you can tell me what type of plants, I could probably better help you. But without knowing that, I can't really recommend anything. So, excuse me, jeez. Hey there, Jacob. Hey there, fish. Okay. Um, what are some plants you will add in the future? Things like Monte Carlo. Yeah, there's a lot of plants that I'm going to add to my product line. I've actually added a lot already. I was originally only offering I think 4 different species of Anubias on my website, and now I have over 12. So I've added a lot of new plants to the website, but slowly I'm adding more rare and unique ones. I actually I have several ones growing in the pond right now that aren't even actually available in the United States that I'll be releasing pretty soon. So I those should be on the website soon. But yeah, I have a lot of unique plants I'm growing out right now. I remember my sister putting her goldfish into the toilet while she did a water change. She wondered where it went. She was 9 at the time. Oh my god. Okay, how sad. Maybe Jacob doesn't know who I am yet. I have no idea who you are, Fish Topic. Nope, I do not. What do you use for fertilizers? Can't remember if you use liquid, not if you do. Any brands you recommend? I use the fertilizers from Greenleaf Aquariums, so I will send you the link right now. And it explains how to use them and stuff on the website. So I don't actually sell these. These are from another company. So there you go. There's the link. Do I use root tabs? Nope. No root tabs. None. None in there. That's funny. Boy. The stuff I have to put up with, I tell ya. Sorry guys, just reading a few emails really quick. Oh boy. Okay, that's too long. Not reading that one. Okay, enough. What's the top reason plants die? Not enough nutrients. If they're plants that require high light, not enough light. I would say nutrients still play a big role in why plants die, for sure. Please let me know about my order. Okay, Larry Hall. If you place an order on the website, it'll be shipped out on Monday or Tuesdays because that's when we ship our stuff. So um, that's when you can expect to get a shipping confirmation to your email. So this Monday or Tuesday is when your order will ship, and that's when you'll receive the confirmation. What's the worst fish tank you've ever seen, say in a different person's home in a public space, or etc.? Oh boy, yeah, I've seen a lot of really bad fish tanks. Probably the worst one I've seen would have to be. I remember I went to this Chinese food restaurant in LA, and it was a really, really old place. It was really late. I was with my friends, so we were really hungry and drunk and wanted something to eat. But we went to this Chinese food restaurant, and they had a fish tank full of of goldfish, and it was the saddest thing I've ever seen. There was so much crap just caked onto the gravel they had in that tank, and so much algae and who knows what caked onto the glass. You could barely see the fish, and they had a power filter, a hang on the back filter on that tank, and that filter was so clogged with just poop and stuff from the tank that water was overflowing from another part of the filter, different from where it should be flowing through the filter, because it was so clogged. And they had a little tiny air pump pumping air into it. And there was like one bubble coming out every like couple of seconds. That was probably the worst tank I've ever seen, and I felt so bad for those fish. um, but yeah, I've seen a lot of bad fish tanks in my life. But that one probably tops it because that was pretty bad. How are you getting on with the T8? I had to change mine to LEDs. I don't use T8s. Does backyard dirt work good for dirted plants? I've never used dirt in my planted tank, so I can't say. I've heard good and bad things about using dirt in a planted tank. I wouldn't recommend it though. That's just my personal opinion. So, Eco Complete or Fluorite? Eco Complete for sure. Fish topic. Most people need to be re-educated when it comes to fish keeping. Thank you for letting us know that. Appreciate it. Do you plan to sell fish at the nursery? Maybe someday. That would be fun. Okay, signing off. Thanks for a good stream, Jacob. Thank you, Flint's Force Form. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Would you recommend for substrate since not dirt? Instead of dirt, I mean, if you can afford, or if you can afford ADA Aqua soil, I definitely recommend that because I've used that soil in a lot of different tanks that I've had, and that stuff is amazing. So if you can afford that, for sure, do it. So fish topic, yeah, I am out of here. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. Where can I order a plumeria from you, or is that only at your nursery? Actually, I have a website where you can order plumerias. I will give you the link right now. It is jacobsplumerias.com, where we offer a very lovely selection of plumerias, so many to choose from, all at very affordable prices. Visit jacobsaquarium.com, or sorry, jacobsplumerias.com. Okay, there we go. There's a link, jacobsplumerias.com. You can buy plumerias from me on the internet if you'd like to. If you'd like to buy plumerias from me, you can. It's right there. Okay? Thank you. I love you so much. Hey Jacob, Aquarium Co-op is live in 15 minutes. Will you be finished by then? Do you think? I do find you interesting, but that's a big live stream. You could go watch Aquarium Co-op instead of me. I will not be offended, trust me. You don't have to stay here. What's the best way to get a really pink color in hygrophilia? More nutrients for sure. If you want good color, nutrients for sure. I've got work in 3 hours. Uh-oh. When are you getting more Jungle Balance stock? I'm getting a shipment actually on this Friday. Yeah. Hold on, let me think. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it is this Friday. I'm getting more this Friday. I ordered 100 different pieces of Jungle Val, so I have 100 in stock. I'm not saying that they'll be in stock for very long because stuff sells out so quickly. But I'm ordering 100 of them, so there'll be a lot. So it's actually nice too. I'll probably be getting more shipments on a regular basis because I just recently spoke to my supplier and found out that I'll be or I found out that if I pick up my packages from okay, here we go. Here's another one that wants to get blocked. Bye. I love you. Bye. Have fun. Okay, like I was saying before that asshole came along, excuse my language, I found out that it would be cheaper for me to have my stuff shipped to my nearest airport and pick them up instead. So I'm going to do that. So I'll be getting more shipments more often and being able to keep plants in stock on a more regular basis on the website. Before that, I was having my stuff shipped with FedEx, and that was nice, but the shipping was so expensive. It was like over $100 sometimes. And now FedEx actually increased their rates, so it's costing even more. So instead I'm having my stuff sent to the airport, and I'm picking my stuff up from there. So I'll be able to, and it's much cheaper to have them shipped to the airport. Thank God. So I'll get more stuff on a regular basis. So. Have I ever met Dustin's from Dustin's Fish Tanks? No, I never have actually, but I'd love to. He seems like a great guy. How do you find tannins affect plant growth in general? I mean, I've heard, well, people said that tannins from driftwood lowers the pH in your aquarium, so it could affect the plants in that way if the pH gets too low. Um, Tannins also pollute the water, not pollute it in a bad way, but they kind of block light from entering the tank, so that could cause some problems. Other than that, maybe people in the chat will recommend some, or know of some things that are negative from tannins in aquarium water. But as far as what I know, that's pretty much it. So that accent was very good. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have also emailed Jake. Okay, you emailed me. Okay, okay. Is it possible for me to put a fish in a tank fish tank in a room that doesn't get much heat? It's like 35 to 50 degrees in there during the winter. Whoa, that's really cold. You'd probably need a lot of you, you need a good heater, that's for sure. Am I looking for a partner for my garden center? No, and I never will. I've done that plenty of times. I actually had a job where I worked at a fish store, and I I hate not being able to make my own decisions. I hate having to work with somebody else. I hate not being in control of everything. So I would never want to have a partner because I would have to, everything I do would have to be approved by both of us, and I don't, I don't want to have to deal with that. So no thanks. Sorry, but no, it's just me. Love your channel. Signing off. Good night, Jacob. Good night, Wes Truth. Thank you so much for watching the live stream. I really appreciate it. Hugs, hugs, kisses. Good night. Good night. I'm trying to make a hugging gesture. Okay, here we go. I love you. Have a good night. Can I mix ADA with Eco Complete? I wouldn't recommend that. Jacob, do you have an email address? Yeah, it's jacobsaquarium@gmail.com. That is where you can email me, darling. What is the picture of behind you? Did you win an award? Oh, this stuff right here? Okay, well, we'll start off with, here, let me point to it correctly. Oh my gosh, I'm going to break my back. It hurts. I'm just kidding. I'm not that old. Jeez. Okay, so right here, this is my business license, my nursery certificate, and my nursery approval from the city that my nursery's in. Next to that, right here, is my trademark award for Jacob's Aquarium. Because for those of you that don't know, I applied for a trademark, and I trademarked Jacob's Aquarium. So nobody else can use Jacob's Aquarium in business, retail, or anything. Only me, only moi, as it should be. Because nobody should be able to, get some fame and fortune or, some popularity from my name. So yeah, that's my trademark right there. And that was a lengthy, expensive process, but I think it was worth it because now I own Jacob's Aquarium. I own that name. I'm pretty sure. I think that's what a trademark means. Okay, below that is I'm really into photography. So this picture that I shot was put into a show, and it got second place in the show. So second place is, I'm really competitive. I would prefer it's first place, but I that's fine. Second place, I'll settle for that. Anthony Soares, you made me want to go out, get some cigs. Peace out, bro. I love all the effort you put into your vids. Thank you, Anthony Soares. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. But please don't smoke. It's not good for you. Don't. I'm gonna miss you too much if you something happens to you. Don't smoke, please. Don't smoke. Don't do it. It's not good for you. Jordan's Aquarium. Bye. Going to Aquarium Co-op's live stream. Okay. Bye. Have fun. How big of an aquarium should I have for 3 2-inch long goldfish? Probably 50 gallons. Can we use Jacob's aquarium? Sure. I'm sure there's ways around the trademark, you know. I'm sure there is, but for the most part, you know, sure. You can use Jacob's. Jakobs. Jacob's aquarium. You can use that. That's funny. Man, I'm thirsty. I'm drinking water out of my Jacob's Aquarium mug. You see that? Jacob's Aquarium. Now offering coffee mugs at a low, low price. Only $19.95. Why did the camera get really bright? No. No. Don't do that. That is too bright. I don't know why I'm speaking in different accents. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. Why can't I adjust the camera? Oh, the gain, that was up. Wait, no, it's not. Oh, no, it's not changing. Why is it not changing? I don't like this brightness. Oh, exposure. There we go. Okay. Exposure was left on auto. That's not good. Auto anything usually doesn't work. So, can you guys please check out my channel? I make fish videos too, please. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Sure. Yeah, because I spent, you know, pretty much, you know, years of my life building my own channel to, you know, let other people advertise on my channel. Ay, 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 ay. I don't understand. I don't do that to anybody else's channel. I don't comment on people's videos saying, hey, check out Jacob's Aquarium. I don't know why people think they can do it to me. Ay. Ay, 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 ay. Mamma mia. Gonna try and get one for my birthday. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Can you mention my name? Sure. Peter Panda. There you go. Ta-da! Water. It's good for you. Damn, Instagram is blowing up. Man, 952 followers. Yay. Any light bearers going into the pond? Maybe. Maybe some guppies. Give me a shout out. Okay. Evander Holyfield. Shout out to you. Yay. Shout out to you. Thank you. I love you so much. Thank you for watching my videos. And thank you for coming and watching the live stream. Mention my name, please. Okay. Diesel Gaming. Thank you for all that you do for the gaming community. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. Jacob, how will plants benefit from liquid iron and carbon? Well, plants benefit from many nutrients. So, liquid carbon, I really haven't used, so I can't really say too much about that. Jacob, do you have access to Italian Val? I'd like to buy some from you if I can. Yes, I definitely do. And I will definitely get some. So, man, we've been live for an hour and a half. Wow. That's a long time. Jacob, are you single? I No, my girlfriend is, she's somewhere over here. She's laying on my bed naked right now, just posing, just like this, looking at me, watching her man, do the live stream right now. She's right there. So, hey baby, how you doing? No, I don't. I am single and I'm glad to be single. Relationships can cause headaches, problems. Dealt with plenty of that. And they cost me a lot of money, not to mention that. So I'm saving a crap ton of money being single. Oh my God. Jacob, we're starting to get a little weird now. I agree. Yeah, we are. Please turn your camera to the left. Ooh, no. That would be something more meant for some other type of website. Not YouTube. Not YouTube related. Uh, can I please have your thoughts of keeping honey Grammy when turning your lights on, when you're turning your lights off? Okay, wait. Let me read that again. Can I please have your thoughts on keeping honey Grammy and when do you turn? My lights go on at I think 7 a.m. and they go off at 5 p.m. because that's when it starts to get dark. And for honey Grammys, I've never kept those before, so I can't say for sure. I cannot say for sure. I just can't. I can't say. We want to see your naked Koiji. Yeah, yeah. She's pretty hot. Yeah, she is. You know. What am I gonna do next with the pond? Definitely add some more fish and getting more plants, more rare plants, plants that aren't yet available in the United States of America. Definitely gonna get more. What is your favorite fish to own? The Asian arowana. I've always wanted to own the Asian arowana. Did you breed for profit? And so, yes, how? I do you breed for profit? So yes, how? I don't know. I've never bred fish, so. Um, okay, thanks for it to add in. Do you think it takes fish? Jacob, prostitution's new business. Yeah, jacobsprostitutes.com. Phone's going off again. Sorry guys, if I if I if I play around on my phone while I'm doing the live stream, I don't take any of this seriously. I'm not like doing a professional TV grade, live stream here, all professional, so you'll see me do stuff like this and I don't really care. I don't care. There's some people that are so like, you got to be on camera and you got to look at the camera and respond to every comment and this is a high quality production. I'm not like that. I'm just like, what's up guys, let's talk fish. That's me. I don't take this seriously. This is just something I do to talk to you guys. This isn't a professional, yeah. Wow, you always on dat phone. I know, I love dat phone. Dat phone is the good. I can't. I just can't. Any chance of you getting Monte Carlo on your website? You are the only seller I trust with non-tissue culture plants. I could definitely get some Monte Carlo and start growing it in the pond. So yeah, for sure. I love that plant guide. Give us more. I will. Yes, sir. I have many more videos planned. So I will definitely do more plant guides for sure. What is the minimum tank size you would suggest? Diesel Gaming says 30 gallons. I agree with that. That's a good size tank to start out with. Dat is a Dutch word. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know. Let's keep it casual. Okay. I'll keep it casual here. Let me move this, fold my arms on the desk. Casual. Okay. Yeah, no. Yay, I'm right. Yes, you are. Round of applause. I miss the 80 gallon. I do too. I really liked my 80 gallon tank. But sadly, I had to move, and the 80 gallon tank had to go bye bye. Actually, no, it didn't. Now I use my 80 gallon tank as the sump for my pond, actually. So. When your fish get too big, can I eat them? Sure. Yeah, you can eat my gouramis for sure. I'm sure it'd be good protein. Oh boy. Oh boy. Do you keep any saltwater tanks? No, I don't, but I'd love to. Saltwater. I've always wanted to have a saltwater tank ever since I first got into the hobby because it's so beautiful. The fish are so colorful. The corals are amazing. Um, I would definitely love to have a saltwater tank. It's just they're so expensive, you know. You gotta have you gotta mix the water, you know, mix in the salt and stuff, and then you gotta have a protein skimmer, a special fertilizer, and all this stuff. If you really want to be successful with it, you need to use all that stuff, and it's so much, a lot of money. So, is the mug for sale? No, I pretty much just had this one made. Or actually, a company made this for me. I actually forget the name of the company. But no, these aren't for sale on my website or anything. But I mean, I could sell these on my website or give them away for free as a thank you to my customers. Yeah, what the hell? Maybe I'll order like 20 of them and send them randomly to, you know, people that order on my website as a thank you. Yeah, that'll actually be cool. You brought up a good idea. Thank you. It's actually that is a good idea just to get certain stuff like this and you know, just send them randomly in shipments as a thank you. If I can't get CO2, what can I get to have fast growing plants? Highlight and nutrients. That'll grow your plants really fast. Well, depending on what type of plants they are. Okay, guys, we got about 15 minutes left of the stream because I usually only do the live stream for 2 hours. So get those questions in before the stream ends. What's a good way to bring down pH? Oh, I'm going. Jacob, I have to sleep. Okay, Peter, Panda, thank you so much for watching the live stream. Have a good night's sleep. What's a good way to naturally bring down pH? The tap water in my area is super acidic in the 8 range. Wow, that is high. Diesel Gaming says baking soda. Yeah, that'll work. There's also a bunch of other chemicals you can use as well. There's actually one made by Fitz Aquatics. They make a pH adjuster. There's also some made by Topfin and API called pH up, pH down. You can use those. But just be careful, you know, when you adjust your pH. Keep it around 6.0, 6.5. That's what aquatic plants like. So, congratulations on finishing the nursery. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love the nursery. The nursery is my pride and joy. It's not even a job or work to me. I just love going there. Period. It's my favorite place now. Um, mm, 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 mm. Jacob, would you like my Oscar? I live 10 miles away and he's getting too big. I don't have any I don't have anywhere to keep an Oscar right now, unfortunately. I wish I could, but sorry. I wish I lived in your state so I could visit your nursery. I know. There's a lot of people that actually tell me that. They're like, "Oh, I wish I could um buy plants from you. Oh, I wish I could visit your nursery, but I live in China." And I'm like, "No, why do you have to live in China? Why can't you live in California?" Jacob is my hero. Jacob is a true casual man. Jacob, I rich. Jacob is cool. Jacob is nice. Jacob is truthful. Ja- I'm not even going to continue reading that comment. Wow. Okay. That was interesting. Ay, 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 ay. What happened to all your angelfish and your Pink Floyd t-shirts? Well, I bought new t-shirts. I bought this Game of Thrones t-shirt, so I still have my Pink Floyd t-shirts actually. I just don't really wear them that much. My angelfish, I gave those away to a friend when I moved, so I was not about to transport fish, well, in a moving truck, and they would not survive. So, okay. Do you usually go to PetSmart or Petco? No. I mean, I I really didn't shop there. I would get fish from there occasionally, but I just I don't know. I just really didn't like going there because it just didn't seem as genuine as it, versus going to a mom and pop fish store. So because there's just it seems like the passion and the fun was lost in the big box stores. When you go to a mom and pop store, they're I don't know, they're just better in my opinion. They're just better. I just enjoy going to the smaller stores instead. Jacob, what other pets do you have other than fish? None currently. I really want a dog. I want a husky, but I don't know if I have the time for a dog. I'm way too busy. Jacob, are you planning on getting more tetras for the pond? Yes. Yes. Neon tetras and some more red eye tetras too. Why don't you use Kessel A360WE on your pond versus using a lot of the smaller ones? Um, just because those are the lights I have. I had the A160s. I have like 10 of them, so I chose to use those. There's no sense in getting rid of them or trying to sell them. Nobody's going to give me what they're worth. So, and the A360s are too expensive anyways. So they're much more than a A160. How can I get dwarf satch to spread mines? I have a Phoenix Stingray LED and fluoride substrate. Um, that's a tough one. I'm not really sure. Jacob, do you have any cracked tanks I can salvage? I live 10 miles away. I don't have any fish tanks at my nursery. Sorry. Hey, thanks for the plants. Tank looks amazing. Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. All right, guys, 10 minutes left, and then I'm out of here. If you have a question that hasn't been posted yet, post it now, and I will answer. But other than that, I am out of here in 10 minutes. 10 minutos. Would you consider shipping to the UK? No. No thanks. That's too much work. Way too much work. Ten minutes, guys. Do I speak Spanish? Not really. My dad is Mexican. He was born in Mexico, but um, I just never learned Spanish. So I'm half Mexican though. Half Mexican. Are you going to ship to Canada anytime soon? Probably not. Are you going to do any more cigar reviews? Maybe. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I used to do those. I had I still have a channel. I just haven't uploaded videos on it, but it's all about cigars and cigar reviews because I love cigars. They're so good. I mean, if you can kick back with a nice cigar and a nice drink, that's like the best way to relax, in my opinion. Jacob, please make a video teaching about water parameters. Okay, I will. Hey, that's an Indian god near your keyboard, I swear. Yes, it is. This is Ganesha. Are you going to put some angelfish in your pond? Probably not. When do you open? I want some Liguidias and banana plants. I'm open every day, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. What's your favorite carpeting plant? I'm intrigued. Dwarf baby tears is my favorite carpeting plant. Is the Aquatech mini regulator worth the money? Some say the solenoid isn't that great. I have the miniature version. I just never used it, so I can't say for sure. But I mean, I use Aquatech products I've used Aquatech regulators for a while, and I really haven't had any problems with them except for one that needed to have the solenoid replaced, and that's about it. But I mean, in my opinion, I think they make quality stuff, you know. Best LED for a planet tank, Kessel LEDs. You cannot go wrong with the Kessel. They are really, really great. Could I buy a mug for $100? I wouldn't charge anything for these mugs. I'd give them away for free. I mean, they have my name on it. I'm basically, if you buy them, you'd be, paying to advertise for me, and I don't think that's fair. So no, I'd give these away for free. So yeah, I'll probably get yeah, I could probably get like 20 of them and give them away for free to some people, anybody that wants them. I'll put them in some shipments or something randomly. Thanks, Jacob. I'll be back for the next live update. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching the live stream. Appreciate it. Jacob, then do you want my 2 baby angels, 2 rosy tetras? Probably not right now, no. Maybe in the future, but I'm still I have my own plans on the fish that I'm gonna get, so I don't want to really mix anything else in there besides the ones that's on my list right now. Will you keep goldfish again? Yeah. Yeah, maybe someday. I just need to build something to keep them at the pond or at the nursery. Hey Jacob, I really like your channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching my videos. What is your favorite tetra? Well, I mean, my favorite tetra was the neon tetra, but most recently the red-eye tetra is becoming my favorite tetra, as long as it doesn't eat my plants. I was actually really scared. People told me after they saw my video that I got red-eye tetras. They're like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. The red-eye tetras eat plants. And then I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? I'm going to come back the next day to the nursery and all the plants are going to be mush. But no, thankfully they haven't touched the plants yet. But the red-eye tetras are becoming my favorite tetras. But before that, the neon tetras were my favorite. So Does actinic lighting promote algae growth? I would imagine anything that's not 65 or 6700 K, which is the good Kelvin rating for plants, would grow anything but algae. So, Jacob, what's the biggest fish you have now? Well, it's not really that big, but one of my or two of my blue gouramis are. I think one of them is a good 3.5, 4 inches long. So that's probably the biggest I want to have. But I do want to get a arowana, and I want to build another pond in the greenhouse to keep this arowana. But I'm just trying to work that out because there's a lot of things that need to happen to make that possible. So. Hello, sir. I'm Mustafa from Iraq. I love all your videos. Thank you, Mustafa. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching my videos. Any chance you will breed your own fish and sell them at your nursery? Um, yeah, maybe in the future. I'll probably start out with something easy like guppies or something. Hi, I have a 19-inch pacu. Wow, those pacus are awesome fish. Jacob, will you make another pond? Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I wanna have an arowana at the nursery. So I'd have to build a separate pond for it though, because I wouldn't want to keep it in the pond I have for all my, or the pond I use for all my plants, because I don't know, it's a little scary. It could just tear everything up. Okay, guys, 3 minutes and then the stream is over. Get those questions in. What arowana? Probably a silver arowana, or maybe a Giardini arowana. Those are pretty cool. No shipping outside the contiguous 48 United States. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what that's all I ship. Check out the King of DIY. He has an arowana. Yes, I've seen that. It's a beautiful fish. In my 20 long, I have a 4 longfin danios, 2 albino cories, a flying fox, 2 blue rams, 3 autos, clown pleco. Is this overstock? Could I add like 6 neon tetra? I would say you're probably at your limit. Hey, is 100-gallon. He will have a 200 next month, and I get a house of 5. Okay. Thanks for the stream. So amazing. Thank you, William. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. How's your nursery doing? It's doing very good. Very, very good. Every day I pull up to the nursery, I'm just ecstatic that I can even do that. It's so amazing owning your own business and doing what you love every single day. And I'm so happy that I can do that. And it's all thanks to you guys. Without you guys, that wouldn't be possible. So all thanks to you guys. So thank you so much for everything that you've helped me accomplish. I'm coming to every live stream now. This has been fab. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I need to sleep for school. Okay. Okay, Diesel Gaming. Get some rest. And good luck in school. Stay in school. Get good grades. Get your high school diploma. You will be successful. Go to college if you can. I didn't go to college because I hated it, but I would recommend that you do. College is good, just expensive. Thanks for all your vids. Thank you, Danny27. Thank you for watching. How many plants do you have in your nursery? Well, in the pond, I have almost over 1,000 plants. If we're talking regular potted plants, I think I have maybe like 50 at my nursery right now. So, all right, guys. It is time to say goodbye. I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to have a laugh or sing a song. Oh crap, I forgot that song. Looks like we started and then we know it is the time we have to say goodbye. Okay, that's for those of you out there that have watched the Carol Burnett show, you know that song. For those of you that have not, Because you're too young. You don't know. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching the live stream. I really appreciate it. I'll be back next week with another live stream, probably on Saturday or Sunday. Thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned because I got a lot more videos coming up on my channel. I'm getting my Sony action camera pretty soon, so I'll be making some more underwater videos. So there's a lot more to come, okay? Goodbye, everybody. William, Turtle, Tinks, Sid, Patrick, Andrew, Diesel Gaming, Andrew again, Scott Taylor. Thank you so much. Evan. I have a hard time pronouncing your name. I don't know why. Evan Ander Hollyfield. Thank you so much. Everybody. Thank you. I love you guys so much, okay? Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for watching the live stream. And I will see you guys next week. Okay? Have fun with your tinks, everybody.